a major event in the history of Casselton, causing millions of dollars in damage, a ferocious fire burning for hours, multiple huge explosions. This is the story of the Casselton train derailment. On December 30th, 2013, a BNSF oil train was making its way east through the town of Casselton, North Dakota. It was carrying 104 loaded .111 tank cars, and it had 3 locomotives as power, all BNSF. The lead unit was -944CW 4934, and trailing was ES44AC 5958. There was also a distributed power unit at the back of the train, which was ES44C4 6684. It also had 2 buffer cars loaded with sand on either end of the train. Meanwhile, a BNSF grain train was due to pass the oil train in Casselton. This train was carrying 112 covered hoppers, and it had 3 locomotives on point, all BNSF ES44C4s, with 6990 leading, 6833 trailing, and 6745 as distributed power. Suddenly, the 45th car of the grain train derails. The crew are unaware of this abnormality at first, but the locomotive's computer systems detect the drop in air pressure and automatically throw the train's emergency brakes on. As the train screeches to a halt, the crew are unaware that this derailed covered hopper took 14 other cars off the track with it. 14 out of the 15 cars that derailed stayed upright, but the first one that derailed, BNSF 4A6653, toppled over onto its left side, obstructing the line that the crude oil train was rolling down on. This is how it all unfolded.
Signal maintainer, train going through Casselton.
That's over.
Did anything go wrong with your train there? I just seen a bunch of stuff fly off the switch heater.
Train in emergency, 4934, watch yourself. Emergency, main track, watch yourself.
You're all stopped at Cass Center here.
699, you're seeing an emergency there on main 1. You don't stop now, is that correct? That's correct. 4934, stop. We are everywhere.
There's a fire.
We're a key train. Get out.
Yeah, that's mine out East Patch.
It's emergency. We are everywhere. A key train. We are on fire.
Which train is on fire there? Is that the 6990?
4934, 4934. We are derailed. We are all over. We gotta go. Grab your portable.
Okay, 4934 is on fire. Gotta go. All right, well, call me as soon as you can.
4934 hits the derailed car 486653 and slides through the snow. The tank cars tumble down behind the 2 engines. The fuel tanks and the engines rupture, and the fire starts almost immediately, quickly spreading to the tank cars, which later some of these tank cars detonate like bombs. Many witnesses take out their cell phones and start recording the explosions. But the burning question, quite literally, is, how can such a thing happen? A hopper car can't just topple down onto the other track by itself, can it? Investigators from the NTSB found a broken axle in the wreckage belonging to BNSF 4A6653. From this, they ruled that 4A6653 had microscopic cracks in its axle, which finally gave way on the run through Casselton on December 30th. Additionally, the post-crash fire wouldn't have been as severe if the train that struck the derailed hopper was carrying a commodity less hazardous than petroleum crude oil. Even 5 years later, residents of Casselton still say that they vividly remember seeing giant balls of fire outside their window towards the vicinity of the train tracks. And for other eyewitnesses and first responders alike, they'll never forget about this incident. Although everyone got out alive, a couple of the locomotives weren't as lucky. 4934 and 5958 were totally mutilated after the wreck and scrapped at the site shortly after New Year's. The 4 other units involved survived the wreck and were put back into service. One thing everyone can agree upon is that we all hope we never see a wreck of this magnitude ever happen again in the town of Casselton, North Dakota.